Tonight, a big night for the Mariners and for George Kirby, getting set to make his 2025 debut. An All-Star 2 years ago, top 10 of the Cy Young vote. Last season, another fantastic year for Kirby. And right there as well. So on cue, there is Kirby's first strikeout this year. On the corner at 96, he dots him up. Kirby picks up his second strikeout tonight. A wave and a miss. My goodness. Pretty easy to pitch to right now. Strike three to Christian Walker. That's the fourth strikeout for George Kirby. Good start to the bottom of the fourth. George Kirby making his third career start against these Nats. He made his season debut about his last time out. You were referencing it. Kirby's 2-2. He put him away. His first strikeout tonight. Back foot breaking ball. Tried to hold back and cannot. That's a tough one to compete with. Swing and a miss upstairs.
It's shocking how much batting gloves cost. So when I was in the minor leagues, we used to have our little.
Well, on the mound, George Kirby, his third start of the year. A lot of time in the IL at the start of the season.
Really got him coming up empty on a vicious back foot slider. First strikeout for Kirby.
On the stretch, and the 2-2 swing and a miss at a fastball for strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts for George Kirby.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, just blew it by him upstairs. 97, top of the zone. That's strikeout number 3 for Kirby. He's retired, 9 of 10. Kirby ready is 1-2. Swung on line drive that hits Kirby. It glances right to Tellez, who stomps on first base to get the out. Oh, that's not good. He got hit hard. George bleeding from his mouth.
They're going to get treatment on him right away. They're going to head straight down into the dugout and into the clubhouse.
Yeah, we'll come back. That was a scary situation.
He has gone 5 his last 2 times out, stretched out to 95 pitches his last start. Swing and a miss, 97 up and in, almost losing his helmet. 97 up out of the zone. Swing and a miss.
5 for 10 with 4 extra base hits in his last 3 games.
Strike 3 call. Fires home. Strike 3 call. George Kirby collects career strikeout number 500. One of the fastest Mariners in franchise history to 500 career strikeouts. Swing and a miss. 97-mile-an-hour heat. He tries to hold back and cannot. 7th punch out for George Kirby. 3-2. Strike 3 called. 96. Strike 3 called on the edge.
It was just the speed. It was just the speed, and that has been the difference.
Simon, who was the master of all the defensive metrics, and he said that robbing a home run, he fires home. He goes around. 12 strikeouts for George Kirby this afternoon, matching a career high. Pitch number 9 to Trout. He froze him. A 97-mile-an-hour bolt right over the plate. A career day. A day of pure dominance for George Kirby. Here it is. 96 on the outer black, and it just continues for George Kirby. His 14th strikeout, 2 up and 2 down.
About the first 3 starts, just a slow start coming off that IL and just trying to push through some different thresholds, which you tend to expect. But I mean, last time out, man, 14 punch outs
from Kirby. And he got him. A slider just disappears. Kirby on a 2-2. He got him, put him away with a good breaking ball. Second strikeout from Kirby. Kirby's 1-2. He got him swinging. 0-2 from Kirby. And he got him on 3 pitches. Oh, he just got a piece. Kirby's 3-2. Strike 3 call. Locked him up at 95. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. 96 over the plate, and Kirby. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cal actually ends up holding on to that one. Swing and a miss. Fastball up. The 1-2. On the corner. Pitcher's pitch. George Kirby, his first.
Locking grip on a baseball bat.
97 over the plate. Doesn't matter how you're gripping the bat on that. 96 upper outside corner. Castro's caught. It's George Kirby up on the mound for the Mariners here tonight. An ERA a little above 5. A lot of those runs are obviously coming early once he came off the injured list. Right. He's kind of starting to settle into things nicely. Wave and a miss as he goes chasing after that slider you were talking about a moment ago. There's the first strikeout from Kirby.
Swung on and missed. That was a beauty. A slider.
Swing and a miss.
You can see George Kirby just wearing out that inner half of the plate.
Swing and a miss. He got him to chase that slider. Second time he's punched him out on that pitch.
Swung on and missed. A weak wave and a vicious four seam right on the edge. George Kirby is dealing. Third straight time he's put down the Royals in order. His 5th strikeout.
A chance for a 3-game sweep of the Pirates. Kirby beginning to settle in now after his time on the injured list to begin the year. Swing and a miss on a pitch right over the plate that Kirby sneaks past him. Kirby strikes out the first man that he sees today. Swing and a miss and a good bolt up above the zone at 96. Here he goes. Has to be in the conversation at least. Swing and a miss at 97, up and away. Swing and a miss. Kirby cooking early. He strikes out the side in order. Gunner for left foot to second. A swing and a miss. 3-2. Does he? Yes, he does. Kirby gets Cruz for the second time. Swing and a miss on a back foot breaking ball. A weak wave and a miss. George Kirby domination today. 9 strikeouts, 6 scoreless. Just eating up the Pirates here in Seattle.
Facing George Kirby on the mound. Swing and a miss. Kirby needed that one. A knuckle curve getting Perez and getting the first out of this inning. Down. Well, he did go, didn't he? I say he didn't. Perez goes fishing for that one. Strike 3 as a slider wipes away Perez for the 2nd consecutive time. And there's another swing and a miss screen. The slider goes down. That's back-to-back strikeouts on that pitch for Kirby.
Lately, losing, so many in a row, but you could just win the series.
Well, George Kirby goes single and he goes strikeout, strikeout, strikeout to get out of the 3rd inning. Said than done. Torres swings through the fastball. Another strikeout for Kirby. That's out number 2 here in the 5th.
Well, 70% of all strikeouts come from first pitch strike, Brad. So important.
And there he goes. Pitch is low. Cal's throw in time. Torkelson out at second base. That ends the inning for now.
Pitch number 9 to Ortiz. He puts him away with a fastball down and in. Heater in that.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. A curveball. 0-2. He struck him out on a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. 96.
Open they are to sharing with each other.
Fouls back into the glove of Garver. Back to gathering ever.
And even though I know the weather, it could be Spire or it could be Vargas would be another option.
Swing and a miss. Good. He froze him. Had to earn that strikeout. 2-2. And he got him. He does exactly that. He strikes out Wade.
More 2-seamers than 4-seam fastballs or sliders. That was different from the previous start with the
swing and a miss upstairs. O'Hoppe. His 3-2. He got him. George Kirby unleashes a vicious. George Kirby is on the mound making the start tonight.
Yeah, really starting to find that consistency. I mean, it's been long enough now, something coming off that IL, but it's about getting deeper into the games.
3-2 again. And he tied him up with a nasty back foot breaking ball. A huge strikeout for out number 2. 2-pitch. Swing and a miss. Backdoor slider puts Corey Seager away, and Kirby strands 2. Found right back, and Cal Raleigh makes the squeeze on it. 3rd strikeout for Kirby and a clean 4th.
That's it.
Strike three call. Swing and a miss as that one darted down beneath the knees. Now Kirby's really settled in.
Yeah, he has.
That's the game. Swing and a miss. A real chase. That's 11 in a row retired by Kirby.
And so again, we talked about the two pitches that George Kirby has kind of shied away from. This is one of them right here, that split.
On a 2-2. He does not. He throws him a slider for the first time, and he sends it out to Julio in center field. George Kirby blanks the Rangers tonight. 6 shutout innings. Kirby coming off that fantastic outing we were just talking about on this homestand against the Texas Rangers, making his 14th start this year. Breaking ball down and in. It strikes out Montgomery for out number 1. Swing and a miss for strikeout number 2 from George Kirby. He's really spinning it tonight between that slider and the curveball. On the ground, Crawford able to get it, flip it out of the glove. It pops right out and finds Cole Young. Incredible play, J.P. Crawford. 95 on the corner, down and in. He struck him out. Huge punch out from Kirby. Swing and a miss and a high heater from Kirby. 2 up and 2 down. Got him. 96 up and in. A 1-2-3 inning that Kirby was craving. He gets it in the top of the 4th. 96 at the knees for a strike. Kirby.
Forcing fastball, just absolutely
right down the middle.
frozen.
8th strikeout from George. Back-to-back punch-outs in the 6th inning.
George Kirby taking a 7.5 record, ERA just over 4, but the ERA just keeps coming down, Ryan, each month. I mean, last 7, 6-1 with a 2.83.
Yeah, and you take out the first 2 starts coming back from that shoulder injury. He has been rock solid. ERA just over 3.
Naylor playing way over towards second. Gets to Kirby. There's a little bit of a shift there for Naylor. Out number 2, where he's playing.
Yeah, wow, he was all the way over there. Covering some good ground. Good job right here by George Kirby, because look, anytime you see the angle of that ball going towards the second baseman, instinctually you kind of ease up on it, thinking, all right, it's going to be a little 4-3. Done that plenty of times.
There's Kobe Mayo, who's taken over at first base for the Orioles. Another young hitter trying to find his way. A third baseman his whole career. The move to first, and he punches out on a pitch very close to the zone. It goes Kirby's way, and he's through 2 here in Baltimore. To Young, over to JP. 4-6-3 double play. Allen out. So the single erase. We're through 3. The Mariners up 1-0.
Swung on, ground ball, sharply hit to Cole Young, gloves it, fires to second for 1, relay by JP to first base, double play, and that's the inning. Nicely turned by the Mariners. A 0 on the board here in the 3rd. We head to the 4th. It's 1-0 Mariners.
Here's the pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss by Holiday. Strike 3, a strikeout for George Kirby, his 2nd. Full count 3-2 on Rutschman. George Kirby ready, looking for the final out here in the 4th. And he's going to get it. He strikes out Adley Rutschman, his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Mariners lead the Orioles 1-0. 1-2 on Kobe Mayo. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And another strikeout. That's number 4 for George Kirby. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So another strikeout for George. That's strikeout number 5. And let's see, that's 6 in a row set down by Kirby. Now sets him down and away. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's strikeout number 6. And that's it for the Orioles. And 1 a night for Kirby here in Baltimore. After 6, 1-0 Mariners. And a swing and a miss by Mountcastle for strike 3. 7 outstanding scoreless innings for George Kirby. We go to the top of the 8th. Mariners lead 1-0.
Once again, the infield shifted with Suarez and Crawford up the middle. That's a good pitch. A ton of move. 94th walk. That's more than anybody in baseball. He's off first. And Nimmo swings and misses. And look,
the combination, even at this age, of nationalism and sport is a really powerful thing.
Neck when I was like 10 years old, and then after that I said no to
shut that down.
Yeah, I was like,
here comes George Kirby and the Mariners. Kirby eager to take them out tonight and put behind him a tough start. His last time out is 2-2. 97 middle in, strike 3 called. Nice way to begin the night for George Kirby.
The Mariners have really done a pretty good job of keeping Nick Kurtz at bay.
Drops the bunt down. The squeeze is on. Soderstrom the flip. The tag. He's out at home. George Kirby makes the play. He goes around. Out number 2. Strike 3 called. Throw and tag. Safe. On a 3-2. Fly ball of Rosarena left field, tracking it. George Kirby just 1 run allowed over 6 strong innings.
George Kirby on the hill for Seattle, 27-year-old.
Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs. First punch out for Kirby. Strike 3 called. Upper inside corner, and Kirby gets a big out number 2. He got him. Puts him away with a slider, and Naylor strikes out. Kirby strikes out the side.
Every once in a while that drop doesn't happen in the right part of your hand.
Well, he gets the strikeout nevertheless. Strands a runner in third. 4 complete. Mariners the lead. They got him. Naylor strikes out. 2 down. A big swing and a miss. Swinging out of his shoes. That's the 6th strikeout for Kirby. Saving the bullpen, or do you want to just take him out because it has gotten so out of hand? 8 runs tonight allowed. That's the 2nd most in innings. Oh, that is paint. He fires home. This gets away. Oh, let's see. He is out. Scott swings and comes up empty. Trying to get a statement start today to propel the Mariners to a series sweep.
Yeah, George is trying to get back on track. That record is 8-7 and an ERA of about 4.5.
Swing and a miss. 99 from George Kirby. He's feeling frisky. There's out number 1. Kirby on a 2-2. He slows it down. The curveball gets a punch out. There's 2 outs. There is out number 2. Well, the strikeouts continue to mount for George Kirby. That's 4 the first 6 outs via the punch out. Kirby's fastball gets another strikeout. He's punched out 3 straight. The fastball's been the finishing pitch every time. Wow, this fastball today from Kirby is about as good as it gets. It is just carving through this Angels lineup. 4 straight strikeouts. Swing and a miss. 97 center cut. Hot knife through butter. George Kirby, 5 straight strikeouts. It's all gas today from Kirby. 96 upper outside corner. Strikeout number 8, George Kirby. He is rolling. Rack him up. Another strikeout, and not a surprise, another heater. 9 strikeouts through 4 perfect innings from George Kirby. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 10, George Kirby. As there's another strikeout, the 11th from Kirby. Strike 3 called. A dozen today for George Kirby. Kirby lets it loose. Strike 3 called. 13 strikeouts from George Kirby. 2-2 coming. Strike 3 called. He has matched a career high. George Kirby, for the 2nd time this year, strikes out 14 Angels hitters.
What an afternoon for George Kirby.
George Kirby pitching tonight for the Mariners in game 2. 1 out, 1 on. Really ties him up upstairs. He strikes him out some gas right over home plate at 98. Strike 3 called. There it is. Whoa, man, that is bullseyes kind of stuff from George Kirby. What a night for George Kirby. He got him. 98 sears the outer edge. A huge first out for Kirby in the 6th inning. Next pitch from Kirby. Oh, and he got him right over the plate. Come and get it at 97, no less. Ground ball up the middle, short hop right there. Polanco, and that is 6 innings
scoreless tonight. Iceman George Kirby has blanked the Astros in Houston.
Up to the mound tonight, it is George Kirby, start number 23 on the season. Swing and a miss. 98 up and in, pinpoint from Kirby. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball from Kirby. He strikes out the first two Dodgers that he faces tonight. Swing and a miss. George Kirby just spitting flames in the first inning. Swing and a miss. 4 straight strikeouts for George Kirby to begin the ball game tonight. Got a swing and a miss that time. 1 away. Good strikeout for Kirby. 97 on a platter. Blows it past Conforto, round number 3. 95 up out of the zone. Second time that Teoscar has struck out facing Kirby tonight. 7 punch outs for George. A curveball at the bottom of the zone gets a swing and a miss. 3 straight punch outs for Kirby. He goes around. 9th strikeout for George Kirby. 10th strikeout tonight for George Kirby. Lashed the opposite way. Canzone makes the catch. And he covered a little ground there. And a souvenir to the bottom of the 5th. Dodgers by a run.
Mariners rotation wasn't really intact together until about mid-August. Just about every starter dealt with some kind of injury over the course of the season. Remember, this is one of the best rotations in all of baseball last year. But Kirby in his 23 starts, there's one common theme. He is around the strike zone.
He is, and he's just like every other Mariners pitcher. They attack the zone, and he may be a fastball pitcher, but we're going to see a lot of curveballs, a lot of sliders today. He knows that that team over there in Detroit loves hitting fastballs. He's got to get ahead with that breaking ball. He's got to use his slider. He's got to use his curveball.
Torres down on strikes to start the night for Kirby, but now it's up to Kerry Carpenter. Runs up a fastball for strike 3.
Bueno, I know you said that the Tigers can hit fastballs, but if they're going to swing at them up here, above the belt like that one to Torres and this one to Carpenter.
And here she comes. It is strike 3 called. He did it. George Kirby strikes out the side here at the top of the first inning.
Another 2-2 to McKinstry. It is waved on and missed. He used the slider that time. I imagine that's a good sign, being able to go to the secondary pitches for a strikeout here in the second inning.
Yeah, it is. He threw a couple of very well located fastballs before that, setting it up. Jammed him inside a couple of times, really sped his bat up, and that got him off balance for that good slider.
Kirby to Meadows. 2-2 delivery on the way. Called, strike 3. Now it's Kirby who leaves a pair stranded. There's the slider low, though, and he missed that one. Kirby gets his 6th strikeout already.
And that's how you do it, though. If you have guys that like the ball down, you make it look like it's going to be down middle, and you work it to the ball. Strike to ball right there.
He goes and chases a changeup as Kirby mixes it up for his 7th strikeout, the first on that change.
The first at bat, Colt got a fastball to hit it up the middle. This at bat, we saw a great breaking ball he swung over the top of, and now he comes back with that really good changeup.
He's got McKinstry set up, and he gets him to swing and miss on a slider. George Kirby, who started and pitched well in 5 innings in Game 1.
He did it. He has electric stuff.
As a hitter, you cannot swing at that because you see it out of the hand as a slider.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3, got him. That's going to retire the side.
1 for 14.
Well, that's a knuckle curve. Starts middle of the plate.
Carpenter goes, payoff pitch. He got it. Leaves a man stranded. Got it.
A 1-2. Swing and a miss. 98-mile-an-hour bolt up and out of the strike zone in the attic to Parker Meadows.
Throwing 24 consecutive strikes. He begins this game with 2 quick outs. Broke it out yet. How about right there, the slider that he rode against it. You were on the wrong side of that. In 96, that is strike 3 on Clement for the first out of the 4. 7 runs per game that weekend. Swing and a miss and back-to-back Ks. George Kirby, as the Mariners try to bounce back, so does George, because he gave up 8 runs, John, in Game 3.
Yeah, he has a chance to atone for that start uncharacteristically. I think he's got to use more four-seam fastball, but he went with a lot of two-seamers, caught too much of the plate, and therefore relied on that meat of the plate, and the Toronto Blue Jays took advantage of it. Look, he's got a 1-run lead. It's not a 1-run excuse to give up a run, but it's nice to have a 1-run lead. Just each inning, get the first batter out.
On the 8th pitch, Kirk swings and fouls it into the glove, strike 3. Kirby gets Kirk, 2 gone in the first.
Yeah, that was a great pitch and a confidence builder for the young man. He seems calm, cool, and collected, but you know what's going in his mind is the last outing he faced these guys in the first inning, already in some hot mess with runners on first and second, but that'll help a little bit.
It ain't personal. He does strike out Lucas, and so faces Guerrero with the bases empty here. Varsho's down on strikes with that high fastball. George Kirby looking good.
Yeah, I just think his fastball is better than it was last start. He had a lot of sinkers in that last start, which come back to bite him. And I think the pitch up is just a pitch he's just more comfortable with it up. It sets up everything else.